What is going on, YouTube? This is MOTOSARGE signing in, and in today's video we're going to give you my review of the Ruroc Atlas helmet. So let's roll today's intro and get on with the video.
Hard work, bringing on the doors in the morning. Hard work, work up, and let's go to work. Hard work, hard work.
Alright, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to another video. If you are new to the channel, I bring you along with me as I merge my passions for photography and motorcycles. So if you like anything photography or motorcycle related, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And while you're at it, don't forget to ring that bell icon to receive email alerts when I upload some new content. Like I mentioned in today's intro, today we're going to be giving you my review of the Ruroc Atlas helmet. Yes, this is the 1.0, guys. I know they have the 2.0 out now, but I am a professional procrastinator. And I've had this helmet for quite some time now, and I've been kind of kicking around the idea of setting it up for a motovlog, and I didn't know if I wanted to do it because I really think this helmet, I mean, I don't think any of us could deny that this helmet just looks sick, and I didn't want to take away from that. But we are getting into the summer months here pretty soon, you know, hopefully after all this stuff dies down, and it's going to get really hot here in Georgia. So I figured I might as well go ahead and start testing it out now just to see if I could, you know, utilize this helmet, because I have heard some things about the Ruroc being slightly on the louder side of helmets, but we're gonna ride, we're gonna figure it out. You guys are gonna come along with me as I test it and give you a review, and we'll see if this helmet is gonna be, you know, a staple to the channel now when we're doing some motovlogs during the hot summer months. Now, some specs of the helmet, right? I'm not a big individual on reading the specs before I do any of these videos, because I like to kind of just give you it from a rider's perspective. If you guys want to know the specs, you know, you could go to Ruroc's website and read about it, but I did look up some of the things. Now, it is made of T300 carbon fiber, and I think it's like aerospace grade, or I might be saying that wrong, but you know, the thing is extremely lightweight, and that's one of the things I like most about this helmet, you know, because especially if you're motovlogging, right, by the time you get done putting everything on your helmet, it just seems to add so much weight. Now, with the helmet starting out at sub, like I think it's around 3.1 to 3.2 pounds. I'll throw the actual weight up on the screen here. You know, it starts off really, really light. And then by the time you add all of your motovlog equipment on there, it's still an extremely lightweight helmet. And I think it's, you know, as far as what it's priced at, it's super competitive out there, you know, in the industry. Because if you look at some other helmets that are carbon fiber, kind of the same style, you're looking at upwards of like $700. And this one comes in, you know, the 2.0 Atlas Core, which is similar to the one that I got here. It comes in around the $420 mark. Now, right now, guys, the 1.0, that's kind of like why we're doing like this additional video this week, because I normally roll out videos every Friday, but I did notice that Ruroc has raised over $75,000 for the current pandemic that we are in, and they're offering, you know, a sale right now, upwards of 45% off certain equipment on their website. So right now, the Ruroc Atlas Core 1.0 you could get for sub $300. So if you guys are on the market for a helmet, go ahead and check out their website now. Hit them up, and maybe, I mean, you might not order the 2.0, but the 1.0s are still for sale on there, and you could get them, like I said, sub $300. Now, some of the changes that they did was, one, the biggest thing is the way that the visor, you know, you're able to take your visor on and off. They switched to some thumb screws, and that was one of the biggest complaints, because you had to use like a Ruroc tool, which I have to use, but I don't switch my visor out that much, so it doesn't bother me. But if you know you're riding into the evening nights or late nights, and you got this dark tint, you ain't gonna be able to see anything with this dark tint. So being able to switch out your visor and stuff while you're out riding around is something that, you know, is needed. I don't need it, but it is something that's needed out there. And they switched over to the thumb screws. They did do a little bit as far as kind of quieting the helmet down. I believe that these vents here on the side on this helmet, they're just like passive vents. Like this one has 6 active vents and 6 passive vents, I believe. Can't really open and close any of them except the one right behind the chin. But with the 2.0, I want to say that these here aren't really vents. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, guys, don't beat me up. But I want to say that they're not. They're just kind of, you know, the helmet kept the same aesthetics that it has, but they cut that down because it cut down some of the wind noise in the helmet. And then another thing too is I want to say their visors with the 2.0s are pin lock enabled or ready, right? This one isn't, but it is a scratch-proof and anti-fog lens, and I haven't had any issues with this thing fogging up on me. Now, the biggest thing that I like about this helmet, and a lot of people rant and rave about it too, they love it, is this FIDLOCK system. Normally, your other helmets run the D-rings, but this one's magnetized. So once you set it to yourself, it's as easy as just throwing it up there and it magnetizes together and it holds. I mean, they got videos out there of people hanging things off of this thing and it's not giving away. So it's gonna protect you. And that leads me to my next point. You know, any review video that I do of a helmet, I definitely talk a little bit about the rating. Now this one is DOT and ECE rated. So it's going to protect your dome if by chance you happen to end up sliding across that road that we all love to ride but don't want to know what it feels like if we go sliding across of it, you know what I mean? As you guys can tell from the helmet, right? Like I think I got I don't know how fast I did. I don't want to say because I'm innocent until proven guilty, right? But what this helmet, you know, when you're cruising around anywhere from like 45 to 50 miles an hour, it doesn't seem to be that loud. And what I do is I compare it to my Simpson Outlaw Bandit, because the Simpson Outlaw Bandit is kind of on the noisier end of helmets as well. And when I was going through setting this thing up for motovlogging and doing the testing for all of my audio equipment and stuff, I realized, you know, I think that this helmet may actually be a little bit quieter than my Simpson. I don't know if it's because it has this chin curtain underneath and it's allowing, you know, that to block some of the wind updraft that I have, you know, since installing the Memphis Shades Road Warrior. I have noticed, you know, I have a little bit more wind coming up around the tank and then up my jacket into my helmet. And the Outlaw, I don't have that ability to put a chin curtain in there unless I think I make one myself, but we ain't trying to do that. So I think this is helping kind of keep my mic less sensitive to the wind. I hope, you know, it's always something that you play around with when you motovlog. Audio is just something that has my number, but I'm slowly figuring it out. You know, with this helmet, I will say this audio is not coming from the Tascam, guys. I went ahead and used the purple Panda mic adapter that came with that mic when I bought that. And then also I'm still running the Sony ECM mic in this helmet because I got the Panda in the Simpson. And we'll see. Hopefully audio quality is still pretty good. If it is, I think that's going to speak highly of this helmet and the noise sensitivity that you hear a lot about. One thing I noticed too when I was setting it up for motovlogging, right? My Simpson, all of my cheek pads and everything is all Velcro. Now it's nice, but compared to this, my cheek pads are snaps. So I feel like once I get all the wiring in there and I have certain things in, the cheek pads are a little bit more secure. They don't move around. The helmet still feels as comfortable as it was before I put all this stuff in the helmet. So that, I think, compared to my other helmet, I would give this helmet a plus, right? Maybe I'll do like a comparison video or something between the Ruroc and the Simpson, because I think anybody on the market for a helmet and they're looking at a Simpson or looking at the Ruroc, they're going for this kind of like the style, the Bane Predator type look. This one just reminds me of like a fighter pilot helmet. So with my kids, every time I throw this helmet on, man, like they think I'm so much cooler than I really am, and I can dig it. I mean, it kind of helps with the ego just a little bit, but yeah, this helmet is something else. I mean, appearance wise, I would say there's nothing comparable on the market. Simpson Outlaw Bandit has that same kind of look, but this thing is something else, man. So would I purchase this helmet if I were to do it again after riding with it as much as I have recently? I would say yes. Now, you know, I did end up getting this helmet right before they released the 2.0. So would I rather have the 2.0 helmet? Probably. But if you guys don't know the history of this helmet, there is an individual out there on Instagram. You can check him out. I might be pronouncing your name wrong, bro, but I am sorry. It's Isaac Asada. He used to be a pro NFL football player for the Bills, the Dolphins, some other teams, and he's out in Ohio, right? He partnered up with Ruroc because there was a police officer that went down in the line of duty out there, and they were trying to raise some money for the family and kind of take care of them. So he partnered with Ruroc, and they did this fundraiser, and what they would do is they would gift away this helmet, right? Now, of course, because I followed him, we talked quite a bit on social media platforms, and he seems to be a legit person. He's no longer in the NFL. He's at home raising his daughter, I believe, and doing big things. I mean, so when I saw him post that, I was like, you know what, I need to get on there and I need to support that cause, because it's for a good cause. It's going to a family that was in need. And as you guys can see, I don't know what I did to deserve the luck I have been getting recently, but I'm incredibly blessed, super grateful for what Ruroc and Isaac did for that family, and then also putting this helmet on my head. So huge shout out to you, man. If you watch this video, make sure you comment below so I know you kind of watch this a little bit. If not, if you guys don't know who Isaac is, go ahead and check him out on Instagram. I'll link his Instagram up below and kind of give him a follow and see what he's all about. Incredible guy. So I think that's gonna do it, guys, for today's ride and review video of the Ruroc Atlas 1.0 helmet. Again, I apologize for my professional procrastination, and I wish I was able to kind of bring this video to you guys before the 2.0 came out there, but I'm glad that, you know, I waited, because now that the 2.0 is out, if you watch this video, the 1.0, you may be able to save yourself a couple dollars here and there and pick one of those up from them, especially during this time that I'll go. Thank you. Especially during this time that Ruroc's trying to, you know, help out with this pandemic, guys. I mean, damn, this thing is nuts worldwide. You got companies stepping up, doing huge things. So let's go and support those companies that are trying to support us and make sure that America stays the great country that it is, and we don't lose any more Americans. Well, anyways, before I get off on this tangent, if you guys like today's video, go ahead and click that like icon. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button right here. And if you'd rather stick around and watch a few more of my videos, there's a video here and here. Like always, guys, I really appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in to another video, and this is MOTOSARGE signing out.